Hey guys, so back to it. So I've just finished filming the review for this one, The Crystal Star, which ultimately I summed up as not the worst Star Wars book ever made because it's not as offensively bad and doesn't damage the legacy of certain characters or people, but it's still really, really bad. This is a far more positive review onto this one. So Tales from Jabba's Palace. So Tales books, basically, I'll put it like this in case you didn't see the last video or anything. So originally I bought them all, the Bounty Hunter Wars trio, the 5 Tales of books, this is spread over like a couple of years, while I was eventually getting more. The Callister trilogy, Black Fleet Crisis trilogy, Han and Lando Adventures duos, those have been saved for last though, and New Rebellion and Crystal Star. So I was going to read them in order, the Bounty Hunter Wars, like timeline order, then the Tales of books, and then it was gone to Callister, Crystal Star, New Rebellion, and Black Fleet Crisis, and then some more I'll pick up, e.g. Clone Wars series books like Jedi Trial, even this is meant to suck. Cestus Deception, however you pronounce that. But basically, some books I read at work, like this, and I don't want to risk damaging them because often I'm cycling, don't want it bounce around my bag, or if I've got like my coat or jeans in there because I have to change clothes, it can just not enough space. So generally, Hunger Games books I was on recently, review those soon I'm sure, and these Warhammer books, I've been leaving them at work so that I don't damage them, but finish work on Friday, not until Monday, so I know to read some more at home. And yeah, book 9 comes out. Well, book 9's out. I'm aiming to get in a month's time. Then I've bought tons of Warhammer books lately, so I've got so much more to read. But yeah, so I bought this home for now. But basically, what I've been doing is reading the Tales of books while these have been at work, which work well because some of these books like quite short, like 20 to 30 pages. Hell, one's not even 10 pages in one of them. In this one, so yeah, I just thought, what the hell, when I'm reading something at work, yeah, I've got my handheld gaming consoles. Yeah, I'm planning to do I've just finished Fantasy 4. Dragon Quest 4, once Metroid Prime 1, looking that way in the house for the Switches. Once that's done as well. Yoshi's Island GBA, I kind of gave up on that replay when I got really fed up on a timed level, but I'm just going to get back to it. But yeah, thought I'd get some more book reading done and bring the Warhammer book. But yeah, from Monday till we'll be back at work again, and I'll be continuing with this because the next one, Mos Eisley Cantina. Because yeah, once this is done, Hunger Games 3 I'm going to bring back and forth, and then the next load the same sort of plan. So anyway, let's get to it. So Tales from Jabba's Palace. So I thought I'd go with more villainous ones first. I mean, I read Tales from Bounty Hunters first of these 5 because I just read the Bounty Hunter Wars trio, so it made sense to read that as a sort of epilogue to it, or prologue. And yeah, prologue. So I thought Tales of Jabba's Palace, even though it's not the first one in order, Mos Eisley Cantina comes before this, I'm sure, but why not? It's got Jabba. He pays the bounty hunters who all start in that book, so made sense. And then Mos Eisley Cantina, which I'm on now, is book 3. Basically, read about the more unpleasant people first. So Tales of Empire after that, and then New Republic, which more good guy focused, I imagine. Last, who knows when I'll be done with them because they're the read when books at work, and for a while until my next Warhammer book, which is several books off. That's not going to happen. But yeah, on to this then. So Tales of Jabba's Palace, absolutely loved this book. Really good fun. Just great reading about the low lives of the galaxy and what they do, and the overarch, and it basically covers, I think, a few months before Return of the Jedi to basically Jabba's barge being blown up with, spoiler for Return of the Jedi, because I'm sure you've seen it, him on it after Leia assassinates him, and yeah, so it's a good mixture. So first one, A Boy and His Monster. So if you wondered why that guy starts crying when he sees the Rancor like crushed under the gate by Luke, you find out why. The Rancor may be like a killing machine, but well, like all animals, have got feelings, and he had a trainer. The trainer basically patches him up after an injury. The Rancor, it seems like he wants to kill the trainer for it, Malachi, and he doesn't because the stuff he's put on help his wounds, and it just goes to trust him. He even lets the Rancor out for exercise, and the Rancor obediently returns to Jabba's, to his dungeon after, because it's all the food he could ever want. And yeah, you do kind of feel for the Rancor at the end. Yeah, it's not his fault. He's been, he's owned by a madman who just wants, to, not just feed his victims to him, but actually pit the Rancor against things. Like, you got these electric spider creatures. He even wants to pit a great dragon. In the Mos Eisley Cantina book, you actually have someone being given the bounty to do it, which is insane. And it's like, yeah, you feel bad for the Rancor and his trainer in the end, because yeah, the trainer's like the only one who loved the Rancor. You feel so bad for the poor guy at the end, and the Rancor, the trainer doesn't even seem to blame Luke. He just blames Jabba because this was going to happen eventually. So yeah, it's a really good story. It's the first one. Really recommend it. Tell a Jabba's Chef. It's quite good fun because the chef, there's big arc in this is people trying to kill Jabba. When one is the chef trying to poison him, so that's good. Taylor Slater's Carbon is great fun. He's that weird little monkey creature who like laughs crazily and is ripping out C-3PO's eye for no reason, just him sneaking around up to no good. Yeah, decent book, nothing that good. Oh, Ula's Tale. So that Ula is, of course, the poor dancer who's like dropped into the Rancor pit before you see what it is, because she gets dropped in days before Luke does. And it's about her being a dancer, and so when Jabba's like pulling on a chain, it's because like, again, you think, what the hell is Jabba's interest in these women? Jabba's got this like lust for beautiful women. Leia, this Ula, like all Twi'leks, and let's just be honest, come on, Jabba's body type. What exactly can he do to these women? There's not to think about it, but Jabba's not a human. Did they write this thinking he was? Yeah, it's a grim thought. And yeah, basically it ends with her resisting Jabba's, him pulling the chain towards her. She's being pulled over the Rancor pits. You know how that ends. Whip His Tail, pretty forgettable. Tale of Mara Jade, Timothy's aunt. Great story that, because of course the Heirs of the Empire trilogy, you had Mara finding out she was actually in Jabba's palace. She was sent by Palpatine to kill Luke, but she didn't get to go on Jabba's barge, so she missed, well, she didn't get blown up. That's a good thing. But yeah, she missed that, and you have her communicating with Palpatine in the it's a good story. It's a nice little bit of backstory about that. Yeah, you know what she was doing there. Bit more info on what happened. So yeah, it's definitely a good one. Gamorrean Guard's Tale, pretty average. Just Gamorreans doing their thing, and they're not that bright. Effant Mon's Tale, I can't remember that one much, to be honest. And the band played on. That's a good story. So the band that play in the cantina, there's like 4 of them to start with, and then just gradually shrink down to like fewer numbers. Yeah, did I say cantina? Jabba's Palace. I think the other bands, the do 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 do, those guys with the flutes. Yeah, Bib Fortuna's Tale. That's a fun one because it's all about him. He's basically Jabba's right-hand man, and he's intending to take over. And yet he's also part of the plot to try and kill Jabba, but it kind of backfires. He ends up as a head in a spider body, which a brain in a spider body. Like, ends up saving his friend, putting him in that position to keep him alive. Jabba's dead. He's like, great, I can take over, but nope, the monks take over and they just do that to him. So kind of ends quite a poor way for him. Yeah, the Weekies, that's not that great. I did read through most of these, but some I just skipped. Yeah, they weren't that good. The Skiff-Scarred Tale by the around the Sarlacc pit, it's entertaining. It's just him escaping, seeing what's going on. Tale of Boba Fett, that's quite a good story. It's just what stuff Boba gets up to, but such as getting the bounty, it is nothing that memorable. The Fat Dancer's Tale, I can't remember that one, to be honest. I'd try to skip some more of these. But yeah, overall, good one. There's a nice little end, what became of all the various characters. So yeah, Rancor Keeper. You can see the picture of the Rancor. So that's it. So they've recommended. I'll prefer it to the Tales of the Bounty Hunters because there were 5 of them, and not all 5 were created equal. It's good that some stories are so short as well, because the Bounty Hunters were all about the same length. This is a good mixture. So that's it. So yeah, Tales of Mos Eisley continue I'm reading right now. I'll have the review for that up soon enough. Well, once I finish it, which hopefully by around the end of next week, when I'm done with this one, because after that I have got, what is it next? Oh yeah, Hunger Games 3, which is like the book 3, which tends to be like children/family books. Have a weird pattern I've seen developed in the last like 5 years or so. So yeah, after Hunger Games 3, in fact after I've read Jabba's Advocates Wild till my next leave at work book, just saving the tails off for a bit, so save Empire and New Republic for later. But yeah, after Hunger Games 3, the next Souls are going to be Callista 1, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing that, because I know she is shown up in a future book, but yeah, I'd like to read the story, see how he meets her, etc., how she's merged a computer, how all that happened. But yeah, so that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I'll get my Hunger Games reviews up, actually, because, yeah, not that long ago I read 1 and 2, even rewatched the film lately for number 1, rewatching 2. Leave Netflix in a few weeks, which is insane, because they've just added the prequel, so why take off the original ones, like, weeks after you put the prequel on there? Why not have effing available? God knows, this is why I don't trust that, but in fact, I'm going to make a new video now right about this. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.